What is up? The road to Infinity War continues. Today I am tackling one of my personal favorites out of the MCU films, and that is Captain America, the Winter Soldier. This one is one of my all-time favorites out of the MCU films. This is a film I've watched multiple times. This is a film I really love with all my heart, and I really cannot say enough, but let me just talk about why I love the Winter Soldier. First off is the story. The story is, after the events of the Avengers, Cap is working with S.H.I.E.L.D. in Washington. He's helping out do missions while at the same time trying to get his life in order and such. He soon meets a fellow war veteran named Sam Wilson, who we all know as Falcon. And soon, Steve and him have to work together, along with Black Widow, as after Nick Fury is quote-unquote killed, and pretty much we learn that S.H.I.E.L.D. has been taken over by Hydra. And so now they need to work together to stop him. But along the way have to deal with the Winter Soldier, who is someone from Steve's past. So, right off the bat, the story is really good. As we see Steve is just trying to, get his life and all in check, deal with what's happened since he's been asleep for so long, while at the same time, trying to do some good to help out and everything. And I really did enjoy that a lot in the stories. He's just trying to get himself together, while at the same time learning that something that's big, like S.H.I.E.L.D. has been taken over after Fury's quote-unquote killed. And so seeing all that was actually really good, and I really did enjoy the story. Second of all is the casting. Chris Evans, I cannot say enough about, but he is absolutely fantastic as Captain America. He is a man who I would honestly follow into battle. I really enjoyed so much of, and I really cannot say enough, but he's just absolutely fantastic in this film. You see this character dealing with the fact that, he's the organization who he's working with for doing some good has now been turned against him. He's learned his best friend has been turned into this weapon. And so seeing him deal with all this was pretty hard and everything, but Chris's portrayal and everything was absolutely fantastic. Scarlett Johansson was so fantastic as Black Widow. God, I cannot wait for that Black Widow movie. She was just so wonderful and badass. We have Anthony Mackie join the cast as Falcon, who I love Falcon. He was such a great character in that film. He was someone who understood Steve, who has been in wars, who had lost someone who he worked with, his partner and all, and the friendship between them is something I personally really loved and enjoyed, because these two really understand one another. They understood what it was like during the wars and all that. And I love Sam a lot, because he's like, dude, Captain America needs my help. There's no better way me for help to sign up. And I love how he helps join and helps Cap out a lot, because there's no way, he's like, he needs my help. I'm not turning that down and everything, so. And I really enjoyed him. Robert Redford was also wonderful as Alexander Pierce, who was just fantastic. You got Sebastian Stan returning as the Winter Soldier. And then, of course, you got Samuel L. Jackson, who I loved and enjoyed. And, of course, Kobe Smulders as Maria Hill. So the cast in this film was very solid and such. So the third thing I could definitely say about this film was the humor. There was some great a few humorous moments. Not too many big moments, but little moments here and there. Like, I love how Widow is trying to get Steve a date and everything. I love that. It's just hilarious, I love it when they're trying to interrogate this guy off the roof after she's pushing him off. And she goes, wait, what about that girl from accounting? I just love it. She's trying to still kind of give a date while they're doing a serious mission. And I love she said it's multitasking, so. I also love when Falcon helps save Cap and everything. And he says, man, you're a lot heavier than looking. And Cap goes, I had a big breakfast. I love that a lot, so. There wasn't too many big humor moments. It's a serious film, but they had a good amount of humor within the film and such, so. The fourth thing I could say about this film was the action scenes. There was quite a few action scenes from the film. From Steve and S.H.I.E.L.D. working together to take care of these pirates off the ship, including Batroc the Leaper. You have Nick Fury's chase scene and all through the city, to Steve battling the former S.H.I.E.L.D. now Hydra agents, to the highway fight scene, to the final battle on the helicarriers and all was really awesome. And I really gotta give props to the stunt crew and the actors in the film, because the choreography and the stunt work that they did was absolutely fantastic. I really enjoyed the choreography and everything because it just felt real, and I loved some of the practical effects they used, like during the Nick Fury's chase scene and everything. I really enjoyed that a lot and such. So then, of course, we have the great Stan Lee's cameo in the film, who cameos as the security guard, and I love the reaction when he sees that Steve has taken the uniform. He goes, "Oh man, I am so fired." I love that so much. That was just so hysterical and everything, and I love that a lot. So, but yeah, this film is just I really cannot get enough. It's a spy thriller, you know. You got an interesting story, you got some great characters, you got a lot of revelations you learn, and you know, it is just a solid good film from beginning to end. I really cannot say enough about that and such. So now let's talk about the main antagonist of the film, which is Hydra. Now Hydra pretty much has taken over S.H.I.E.L.D. and everything and such. But of course, the main antagonist for Steve the Battle is the Winter Soldier. Now, we all know the Winter Soldier is it's Bucky, Cap's best friend, and all who he's known. When I first saw this film in theaters, I actually remember hearing this woman gasp when she saw Bucky, because it was like a big shocker. But for me, since if anyone's familiar with comics, Bucky was once Cap's, you know, who he worked with during the war, and pretty much we see him get turned into the soldier and everything. So it wasn't kind of a big reveal for me and all, since I know the comics, but just the scene when he turns around and sees him, it really upsets Steve because he learns that Bucky, who he thought was dead and such, was dead, but now he wasn't. So that was actually pretty interesting and such. So and I can never forget that moment in theaters. So, but you know, he is just a monster. Like, he is just savage. Like, where he shoots, he kills, and just the brutality and everything was just pretty awesome. I give Sebastian Stan and the stuntman the stunt crew fantastic props and everything, because they just were absolutely fantastic. So, but one of the biggest things I love most about Captain America: The Winter Soldier was this was a film that made me really love Chris Evans as Captain America. Now, I was never always a big Captain America fan. When I read the comics as a kid and everything, I was more into Daredevil and Spider-Man. But when I was watching Chris Evans as Captain America in this film, I felt for his character, and I can honestly connect to that character a lot more. For instance, you know, he has the notebook of when Sam's talking to him after they run their mile, which was hilarious, where his first scene with Sam, the first words he said to him is, "on your left," which was hysterical. But anyhow, when they're talking about a certain song, he has a notebook full of things he's trying to, you know, look into, since he's been frozen for so long. He's just trying to catch up with the times and all. I like that one a lot because for me, I have a lot of things, you know, I have not seen everything. I haven't seen a lot of movies and shows. So for me, that was something I really liked. And another thing I also loved in the film was Cap was, you know, trying to figure out where to go, you know, because he could never leave S.H.I.E.L.D. and all, because this is what he was wanting to do and all. But at the same time, I love this scene where Falcon asks, "What makes you happy?" And he goes, "I don't know." That hit me hard because that felt very real to me. That felt so important to me because I feel like that sometimes, like, what makes me happy is I'm not sure, because, you know, I'm still trying to figure out things, you know, and that's what Steve's doing in the film. He's trying to figure out, what do I like, you know, and what do I want to do and all, because, you know, other than Black Widow trying to hit him up for a date, helping him get a date and all, I just could connect to Steve's character a lot more than ever. And I was already on Team Cap after this film because he was just someone I would trust in my life. And I love that line where he says to Bucky, he's like, "I'm with you to the end of the line." It's just, that is friendship. Like, those two have been the best friends. And for me, Chris Evans just never fails as Captain America. He just delivers an absolute solid performance as his character. And I'd be sad to see him leave it, but by God, he just does a fantastic job playing Captain America, and I really do enjoy him a lot. Now, this film ends with two end credit scenes. One is off where we see where Hydra is still around, and they have taken Loki's scepter and everything, and they've been using it to bringing an age of miracles now. And so we see them have tested on two people. This young man who apparently is running very fast and all, and the other is this girl who is levitating and these blocks and everything, which sets up for the next Avengers film, which this film ends with Captain America will return in Avengers Age of Ultron. So I really like that. But the second end credits scene is where we see that Bucky is trying to get his memories as he visits the Smithsonian and sees all his information about who he was and all that and such. So I really enjoyed that. Plus, I love the end credit scenes in this film. Like, the visuals and everything about it just looks so wonderful. And the animation and everything is just fantastic. So, but overall, if I had to give Captain America the Winter Soldier rating, it is a solid A+. This is one of my absolute favorite out of the MCU films. This is one of my favorites of comic book films. I would put this in my top 5 favorite comic book films by easily. And it's just one of my favorite films personally because it's a great film from beginning to end. It's got good story, good cast, good action, good humor. And, you know, it is just a solid, great film to watch again and again. And I love how the Russos tackled this did a great job. They tackled this project very wonderfully. And I cannot get enough of this film. I just was so excited to watch this film. And it is just one of my absolute favorites. So that's my thoughts on Captain America the Winter Soldier. Let me know in the comment section below what you thought of it, and what is one of your favorite of the MCU films. I've already tackled the first, I'm up to the ninth film, which is what the Winter Soldier is, so what is some of your favorite films later down the road that you really enjoyed, like Ant-Man, Doctor Strange? Let me know in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, please like and share with your friends on social media and such. Please subscribe to my channel as I've been doing reviews for each of the other MCU films. Next week, I'm going to be tackling Guardians of the Galaxy, one of Marvel's most unusual, but one of the most incredible films I have to say I really did enjoy. So if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to the channel to see more of my other videos and such. And also hit the bell to be notified of when those future videos will be published. Also follow me up on Twitter at SuperKiddo1 to follow me up on social media and such. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Let me know what you guys thought of the Winter Soldier. Oh, it's just such a favorite. I love it. Let me know in the comments section below what you thought of it and such, and what's your favorite MCU film. And I'll see you guys next week for Guardians of the Galaxy's first Volume 1 next week. So take care, and I'm with you guys to the end of the line. Take care.